to the InfoWars Nightly News. It's Friday, January 24th, 2014, and I'm Leanne McAdoo. Here's what's coming up tonight.
Tonight on the InfoWars Nightly News, Obama's use of drones in Pakistan has been responsible for 2,400 deaths, including 273 innocent civilians. Plus, Big Brother surveillance operations are expanding worldwide. All that and more on the InfoWars Nightly News.
Well, last week we told you about low-flying helicopters that are set to surveil the sky in D.C. to check for any spikes in radiation. Well, now the Pentagon is set to release 2 blimps. They're going to survey the coast against any cruise missiles that might be launched from ships offshore. One military officer says that as it stands today, we have practically zero capability to detect, much less defend, against a cruise missile from, say, Russia or Iran. Now, the blimps carry radars that can search for hundreds of miles to detect the launch of a cruise missile and then relay that data back to interceptor missiles. But those same blimps can also be outfitted with radars capable of tracking vehicles on the ground and with cameras that can watch people, giving the government the ability, of course, to follow American citizens as they go about their daily lives. Now, officials insist that they have no plans to put cameras on the blimps. Right, no plans to utilize those blimps to surveil the people while there's no law stopping them, so why wouldn't they use it to the fullest force of what they're able to do with it? But additionally, aren't we the strongest and most capable military in the world, so we haven't been prepared for potential cruise missiles from Russia or Iran, say, in the last 50 years? So what is this big PSYOP? You know, it's to keep the American people on high alert for World War III, and now they're going to be launching, you know, the blimps and also the helicopters. They're conditioning us to accept this. This is the new norm, that we're constantly going to be having little ladybug drones and helicopters, and now these blimps constantly surveilling us. And this is absolutely insane because, as we've mentioned again and again, it's always the Western government who is staging the false flags, who is arming the rebels and destabilizing the government so that we can go to war and then rob the country of all of their resources and build army bases there. So, I don't know. It's just a huge psyop to keep people on red alert. And one of the ways they're going to easily get the sheep to go along with this is it's sports stadiums. Now, I'm not picking on any sports fans. If you guys want to go watch a game here and there, whatever. But historically speaking, these games are weapons of mass distraction. The elite use these. They keep the sheep distracted, watching the game, fighting amongst themselves, betting on their favorite team, while they go and do their dirty work behind the scenes and rob the country of its riches while distracting you. Well, now New York is going to blanket Midtown Manhattan with temporary surveillance cameras as just one of the many security measures being taken to protect visitors for the Super Bowl. There's going to be hundreds of extra cops patrolling Super Bowl Boulevard and up to 700 extra state troopers patrolling the area on game day. And of course, the sheep are going to be drinking and having a good old time, so they're not going to even care that the TSA is now going to be out there groping them and subjecting them to this security theater. We told you yesterday about the Major League Baseball getting in alignment with the DHS. Now all eyes are going to be on the Super Bowl, and so of course the DHS has to show the world that we are out there stopping terrorism by subjecting lowly Americans to unjustified nude strip searches at some places. Amazing. But it's no different in London. That's the place where 1984 took place. Well, now they're taking that fiction and turning it into a reality. Look at this photograph. It was taken in London's Park Lane. It basically just underscores how authorities are randomly using these dubious, unspecified terror threats to set up these papers, please checkpoints where innocent bystanders are going to be searched by police. Now, that sign reads, "Security operation. Officers are conducting patrols in this area to deter and disrupt terrorist activity." that there is not specified intelligence to suggest terrorist activity in this area, but terrorists need to plan and prepare by observing possible targets or transporting equipment and material around. Police activities, including stop and search, will make it harder for terrorists to operate. Your cooperation and patience will help keep London safe. Oh my goodness, I can just hear the loudspeakers around the city of 1984-esque just announcing this to the people. This is okay, this is what we do, this is the new normal. We're gonna stop and search you because we are stopping terrorism, because you might be hiding Al-Qaeda in your underpants. So we're gonna stop and search everyone. No rhyme or reason, we don't care about your rights. And this is, they're starting it there. They're trying to make the American people get used to it with the TSA and now going into sports stadiums and letting us know that there is this totally non-existent threat of terrorism, but that we should be on constant high alert for it. And basically all I have to say about that is that the PSYOP is on, people. It is on. So don't allow yourself to be fooled by it while you're distracting yourself with this upcoming Super Bowl. Keep your eyes out and know what's really going on.
Alex Jones here with a very important announcement for truth seekers. We've carried a lot of amazing films and books over the years on the online video bookstore at Infowars.com. And out of all the titles we've carried, one stands out because it is just so chillingly convincing. And that's Dreams from My Real Father by Joel Gilbert, available at Infowars.com. This film exposes the fraud that Obama is like nothing I've seen. If you want to know who Obama's real daddy is, this is the film for you. Don't forget, your purchase supports our broadcast and our growing media network. You'll also find at InfoWarsShop.com None Dare Call a Conspiracy by Gary Allen, the book that woke me up. We're also carrying Behind the Green Mask, UN Agenda 21 by Rosa Corey. This book is coffin nails to the globalist takeover. The Greater Good, the most professional and up-to-date film I've ever seen exposing the scourge that is vaccines. These titles and a lot more are all available at InfoWarsShop.com.